The results are in as the 2024 presidential election has come to an end. And close to the campus,
it's fighting hate speech, it's fighting hate, it's fighting genocide, it's saying apartheid is unacceptable.
Students and religious leaders share their perspectives about the ongoing Israel-Palestinian conflict.
Just anytime I see something new that I've never tried before, I love to just, check it out.
You say you want some empanadas or barbecue, but they're not on the menu at Jones or Commons? We got you.
Lace up your sneakers for one of San Marcos's fastest growing clubs.
Yeah, it's better than running.
If you'd rather wheel your way to a workout, we might have a team for you. Hi, and welcome to Bobcat Update. I'm Gavin Merchant.
And I'm Angie Vasquez. The polls are closed and results are in. We know who will be the 47th president, who will represent Texas in the Senate, and more. Destiny Venecia has details. Destiny?
Thanks, Angie. We always knew this year's presidential election would make history. The winner would either be the oldest nominee ever on Election Day or the first woman president. Former President Donald Trump is the president-elect and will become the 47th president of the United States. He'll be only the second president ever to serve 2 terms, not back-to-back. The only other one was Grover Cleveland, 130 years ago. Trump cobbled together the leads in the 7 major swing states to put him over the top in the Electoral College, and for the first time since George W. Bush won re-election in 2004, the Republican won the popular vote. Here in Texas, Senator Ted Cruz will keep his seat and serve a 3rd term. He narrowly defeated Democrat challenger Colin Allred. Control of the Senate has changed hands. After several years with Democrats in control, Republicans now hold a majority of the seats. The House of Representatives isn't decided yet, as votes are still being counted in a number of states. Republicans have a majority of the House for the last 2 years. 3 local congressmen representing the San Marcos area won re-election. Democrats Lloyd Doggett and Greg Casar and Republican Chip Roy all kept their seats. Also in San Marcos, Mayor Jane Hewson won re-election to the 3rd term. President Trump will take office again January 20th, 2025. Reports say this year's election set a spending record over $15 billion. At least we're done with campaign ads for a while.
Right? Thanks, Destiny.
Early voting in Texas was really active, and some analysts thought it might set a record this year. We got close, but not quite. The Texas Tribune reports that more than 9 million Texans voted during the 2 weeks of early voting, which ended Saturday. That's down 8% from the record, which was 9.7 million voters in 2020. 9 million is just under half of all registered voters in Texas. In fact, voter turnout was down a little bit all across the country from 4 years ago, when almost 160 million Americans voted. Even before the election, students gathered in the free speech area last week to show support for a cause.
This time, they met to send a message to University President Danfis. Reporter Luciana Schwery shows us what this was all about.
If you walked through the quad on Monday, you probably noticed the red, green, white, and black Palestinian flag flying right at the stallion statue. Pro-Palestine groups had set up there, calling on President Khalid Danfis to apologize for using the word anti-Semitism in what they believe is the wrong context. Last week, at an Israel memorial, Danfis described graffiti reading Hands Off Lebanon and Viva Palestine as anti-Semitic.
Vandals came onto our campus and spray painted anti-Semitic slogans on our campus. We don't know yet who did that. We are still investigating that process.
Back at the stallion statue, Alan Dominguez from YDSA took the mic with a clear message.
We asked President Danfis to apologize for his Islamophobic, anti-Palestinian, and anti-Semitic language, and to join the call for an immediate ceasefire and end to the genocide in Gaza, as a sign of his respect for the sanctity of all life.
The Palestine Solidarity Committee showed up, along with Texas State students and San Marcos locals, who were all there to back the cause. Zaina Abdelrahim, co-chair of the Palestine Solidarity Committee, weighed in, saying there is definitely room for improvement in how the university handles this.
It's just unacceptable to egg on the rhetoric that says that saying this is bad is somehow hate speech. Like, no, it's fighting hate speech. It's fighting hate. It's fighting genocide. And saying apartheid is unacceptable.
Abderrahim also noted that advocating is only getting tougher lately. But if there's one thing she's confident in, it's the power of numbers. We also spoke with Shabbat at Texas State, the university's Jewish organization, to hear how they feel.
Hi, my name is Rabbi Ari Weingarten, and I serve as the spiritual leader here at Texas State University for the Jewish community.
Rabbi Weingarten told us that even though the graffiti incident was upsetting, Texas State's quick and supportive response really helped put him at ease.
With the university's response, it was incredible. 2.5 hours later, everything was cleaned up. That was very uplifting to see the support and the right from wrong coming straight from the top of the university.
Weingarten says he feels supported by the community he's built at the Shabbat Center and by allies like President Damphis.
When people know where the line is, if you define where anti-Semitism, where you're crossing the line, so then it facilitates freedom of expression. Harassment is not free. It's going into somebody else's space. Why are you free to go into somebody else's space? You're not.
Texas State is continuing to investigate who is behind the graffiti, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. I'm Luciana Schweiri reporting with Davin Meredith for Bobcat Update.
Texas State set another enrollment record this fall.
Yeah, we now have over 40,000 students enrolled for the first time ever. You might have noticed all those students as you make your way around campus. Reporter Davin Meredith shows us how more isn't always better.
Texas State President Kelly Damphis held the ribbon-cutting ceremony August 26th for the Hilltop Dorms Cibolo and Alameda Hall. The record enrollment of over 40,000 called for the addition of over 1,000 beds, but a few students voiced grievances once moved in. The housing plan, including Cibolo, Alameda, and Canyon Hall, is planning to hold around 2,000 more students. Though great for Texas State attendance, the new problem is overcrowding on campus, affecting parking and dining halls, making freshmen like Isabella Riggs unable to find a place to eat at Jones Dining Hall.
The only thing is it's very crowded sometimes, and there's no tables. Sometimes I have to take my food somewhere else to eat it.
According to Sophie Jaligo, employees at Jones have a harder time keeping up with orders, which further dampens the dining hall experience.
Employees here do try getting everyone their food fast, and sometimes they do mess up orders, but they just try doing everything in a rush and not what we ordered that.
Across campus at Strahan parking lot, students who already pay hundreds for a parking pass are struggling to find parking, resulting in tickets, tardiness, and inconvenience in their day-to-day routines. According to Cameron Nellums, making it to class is a struggle after an average time of 20 minutes to find a parking spot.
I have to get here crazy early to find a spot to then find my way to class because half of my classes are on the other side of campus. They're building all this stuff and the commuters have absolutely nowhere to park near campus unless you have to pay for it.
Texas State hopes to see good adjustments and changes made, as each freshman class has been bigger than the last, requiring more tables and more parking spots for the Bobcats to access. I'm Davin Meredith in San Marcos.
Davin mentioned the need to serve more meals every day. Texas State Dining has brought in a lineup of local food trucks stationed around the Quad and the Den Monday through Thursday. I got out there to talk with a couple of food truck operators and a student, and maybe sample some food.
You can find different food trucks littering the Quad and the Den every weekday from 11 to 2 at Texas State as they introduce new food options for students.
There's a company called Food Fleet, and they reached out to us and said, hey, we're looking at getting some more food trucks on campus because I understand that the population has boomed, which is awesome. That's really good. More Bobcats around here. But they needed more food options for students. So we're like, yeah, we'll do it. So they signed up. They assigned us the dates. It's kind of random. Obviously, there's other food trucks here, a couple of food trucks a day. And then we show up when they tell us to.
Yeah, anytime I see something new that I've never tried before, I love to just, check it out.
Students not only have more diverse options for their dining dollars, but also benefit from being able to take their food to go.
So that's what we're doing right now is we're prepping for everything. We're making sure that we're ready to go so when they can get their food quick and head to class or wherever they need to be next.
Generally, from around 11:30 to 12, that's the time that they all come, and there are a lot of them, and they're getting like 2 to 3 empanadas.
It's on the way to class. I don't have to go out of the way to Jones or Edwards, you know.
Not to mention, the small businesses are also getting more recognition among college students.
We've gotten, again, new clients, new customers, so they're looking for us now. They know we're at our other location also. We see them like out in the wild, so to speak. We're like, hey, I've seen you before. Yeah, we're here. They're following us on social media, so they're finding where we're at. So it's a lot of fun. So it has boosted our business.
Operating on a college campus has proven to be different than their usual locations, but not necessarily in a bad way. I love being in contact with our youth, being able to converse with them, getting to explain our food to them, what it has and what it doesn't. And sometimes they ask me things like, what goes with the Peruvian chicken? And I tell them, with the chimichurri sauce. Together they're delicious. And they get it. They listen to me.
So it's kind of fun to talk to them and see the new generations coming up. I love it. They're very accepting, very open, always have new ideas like, hey, try this, try that. And so they give us a lot of ideas too, so it's good.
I guess I would just say again, just the variety, having different options and diversity, you know, trying new things, like a honey corn dog.
So while you might see students eating at food trucks around campus, you have to admit that in the end, Texas State were the ones that ate. For Bobcat Update, this has been Angie Vasquez.
Hey Angie, are you a runner or a track star?
Unfortunately, I'm neither, but it might be fun if it was a social thing.
Well then, the Bikini Hill Run Club might be for you, especially on Thursday nights. We'll show you why.
Sure, you've seen high school football, but we'll show you why these guys are called Iron Men.
Hey there, I'm Robert Lopez with the Bobcat Update, and you know that San Marcos has its very own roller derby league? I'm here with the San Marcos River Rollers.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
I read somewhere that Louisiana at Lafayette was 11-0 against the Bobcats before last week's game.
And now it's 12-0, but this week the game was close. Davin Meredith joins us in the Sports Center with more on football, volleyball, and a lot more. Davin?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, this was one close one. Texas State Bobcats clawed their ways to several wins this past week. Texas State football dropped their 4th game of the season, their 2nd loss in conference play, as the Louisiana Raging Cajuns defeated the Bobcats in San Marcos 23-17. The Maroon and Gold struggled in the red zone in the game, which was on Tuesday night on national TV on ESPN. Junior running back Ishmael Mahdi found the end zone for the Cats' lone touchdown of the night, but the game was close, 23-17. And the Bobcats have never beaten the Raging Cajuns. Bobcat football travels to Louisiana Monroe to take on the Warhawks this Saturday at 11 a.m. Ryan Torres and the Bobcats volleyball both had killer weekends. Torres passed 2,000 career assists, and Texas State volleyball swept Southern Mississippi, spiking the Golden Eagles in 3 straight sets. The Cats look to keep up the momentum on the road against Coastal Carolina Friday at 5. Junior soccer midfielder Maddie Somre netted a brace of the Bobcats' 3-0 win over Georgia Southern Eagles, appropriate for her on senior night. Texas State closes out the regular season with a 10-4-5 record and 6-1-3 in the Sun Belt to finish 2nd overall. Bobcat basketball opened their season Monday night with a win against Eastern Michigan in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge, never yielding the lead. Sophomore point guard Caden Gums dropped 15 points en route to a 20-point, 64-44 victory. Next up for the Bobcats is a home game on Friday against McMurray. Thursday night is prime time for the Bikini Hill Run Club. Members laced up their sneakers and maybe sipped a margarita for its 2 straight run miles starting at the local pub. Reporter Kylie Crook shows us how you can join in.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Crook with Bobcat Update. Are you ready to run? Because they sure are. We're here with Bikini Hill Run Club at Jimmy's. Let's go! The Bikini Hill Run Club is a newly formed organization that meets twice a week to run 2 miles and socialize together. The club began in August of this year and has exponentially grown since the start. The three founders, Levi Jamel, Jane Sutton, and Randall Martinez, share their own story on what it has meant to start this club.
We're all locals here, so we just kind of wanted a group to do active things with. Running's a big thing right now, so we figured we could probably get some people out to run, and it's kind of formed into what we have it now.
We could just build a community in a sense, and Bikini Hill was so iconic already. When we were coming up with the name, we were like, might as well go with Bikini Hill just because everybody's gonna know what it is. In the beginning, there was literally like, we had like 6 to 10 people showing up on a consistent basis, probably for the first, 4 months. Yeah, like it was tough in the beginning, but obviously that was part of it. And obviously now we have like 70 to 80 people show up on a consistent basis, so that's really cool.
Going from 5 people attending to 70 people attending a meeting has shown how much this run club has had an impact on the San Marcos community. Club runner Tori Gonzalez says she has found a second family within the organization.
It means a lot to me, actually. Like, I love socializing, so it's a good way to meet new people around town, and yeah. They do put in a lot of work. I know sometimes behind the scenes, I see what they do, and it's very, very a lot. I do not feel like this is a run club, just a run club. I do think that this is more of a family now.
The Run Club meets every Thursday evening at Chimmy's and every Sunday morning at Sewell Park. They welcome all run paces and highly encourage socializing before and after their run. This is Kaylee Crook with Bobcat Update.
If you think the Run Club had team bonding, this six-man football team will knock your cleats off. I caught up with the team to do some tackling of my own.
Six-man football is not the first thing you think of when it comes to Texas high school football. But Athletic Director Toby Wade and the San Marcos Academy Bears have embraced the change and are strapping up once again with just 6 on the field for the 2024 season.
For us, it was really a good move because we've always had good skill guys, but we've never had a lot of real good big guys. I say not real good. We've had some good players, but we don't have a lot of size. We've never had big boys. And an 11-man, you can really do a lot of, you're at a disadvantage if you don't have the size. And 6-man, if you've got the speed, there's a place for big kids in 6-man, and you can definitely utilize them, but you're not but you're not in a disadvantaged position if you don't have the size. So for us, the adjustment was, it was really a good move for us.
A fit perfect for the school. But the transition from 11-man to 6-man is not without its challenges. For sophomore running back Evan Decimo, the transition took some getting used to.
When I came to 6-man football, I was confused about how it would even work. But coming into it was really more fun, more opportunity to make a move on the field.
A 6-man football player's skill set is demanding, requiring all 6 players to be versatile in their offensive and defensive roles. The smaller field and faster pace requires the players to be as quick on the field as they are with their minds. But for head coach Jeremy Carruthers, the X's and O's aren't too different.
You got to make clean pitches to be able to advance the ball. Other than that, we got running, throwing, blocking, pretty much all the same fundamentals as 11-man. We just do it with less guys.
Everyone can catch the ball. Everyone can catch a pass. Everyone's getting just a little more action.
Unique offensive schemes and smaller field allow for scoring to come in bunches, allowing offenses to produce video game numbers, providing constant scoring and more fun.
If we gave up 60 points in an 11-man game, I'd probably be kicking coolers and throwing stuff on the sidelines. In 6-man, we've always kind of been taught, and it's really turned out to be true for me in my experience of doing it, is that 3 stops is kind of a magic number, and you don't worry about how many points you give up because it's such a quick game, and you're going to give up points, and you're going to score points, and it's going to be, pretty fast moving sometimes.
It's way more fun, in my opinion. The team we played last week, they beat us 78 to 47 or something like that, 73 to 48. And then the game they had before that, it was 148 to 112. So, it's constant scoring if teams get on a roll.
The San Marcos Academy Bears have embraced the fresh style and its lessons and will continue to kick off on Friday night with just 6 on the field. For Bobcat Update, I'm Davin Meredith in San Marcos.
That's it for sports this week. Gavin?
Thanks, Davin. You really put yourself in their shoes this week.
I know, right? It looked like so much fun. And speaking of tackling, these River Roller moms get rough and rowdy during their last derby match of the season. Reporter Robert Lopez found out that this team is about a lot more than just the game.
This past weekend at the relatively quiet River Ridge Park, located just a few exits down I-35 from downtown San Marcos, there was an explosive battle between aliens and cowboys. In the final game of the season for San Marcos' very own roller derby league, the River Rollers called on players from all over Texas to join them in a Cowboys vs. Aliens matchup. Not only was this the final game of the season, but it was also the final game of Angelica Hogan's roller derby career. Hogan, whose roller derby name is Archangel, was one of the original founders of the River Rollers. We sat down with Archangel and fellow league founder Rebecca Hudson, aka Strawberry Stomp Cake, to talk about the creation of the league.
I played on a team in Corpus, and then we moved back to San Marcos. It's my hometown. It's where I went to school, Texas State and a Rattler. And I got pregnant, and like every night I had a dream about roller derby. And I did a post, and I met all these cool people, and that's how the River Rollers started.
When the River Rollers were founded in 2017, there were 30 original members. Now with the retirement of Archangel, there are only 3 founding members left.
I may be hanging out my skates, but I still am gonna skate around town. I may come back, who knows? But I don't know. I've loved the journey. When I started, I had my 3 kids, and I needed that break. You know, I needed something to break up the routine of go to work, go home, be a mom. I found community. I found strength. I found this like playful person that I can be, where I can dress up and like, you know, kind of just create this whole other character. And what I found was when I play, she was like fierce and just tough.
The feelings that Archangel describes are something that Strawberry Stomp Cake says many women don't get to experience.
Our country is built on this game of football, and lots of boys get to play that at a young age, and they learn communication, they learn how to lose, they learn how to win, like sets them up for the rest of their life. Women, we're getting more of that, but there's not a lot, especially for young women.
The River Rollers want to share these experiences on and off the track with other women, and are always recruiting players of all skill levels.
You can already skate, fabulous. If you can't skate, I don't see why you can't come learn. I learned, she learned. Yeah, it's hard, it's not easy, but it is worth it, and it's coming back, and yeah, it's better than running.
The River Rollers are also looking for a forever home.
We need a roller skating rink, San Marcos, or Texas State. We need to be able to skate in Strahan.
For the past 7 years, the most permanent home they've had is outdoors at River Ridge Park. This leaves them at the mercy of the weather, meaning an unexpected storm can ruin months of planning for themselves and skaters who travel to San Marcos from all over Texas.
Award for best outfit of the day, I think Babe, in my humble opinion, would have won the best outfit of the day. She looks so fly.
If you're interested in watching or joining the River Rollers, you can find them on social media under San Marcos River Rollers or on their website sanmarcosriverrollers.org. This has been Robert Lopez for the Bobcat Update. Back to you guys in the studio.
Wow, those moms are so inspiring.
Right? They are so cool. Well, that's all we have for today's edition of Bobcat Update.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.